That would have been a point of order.
Remember, he's the shadow.
And we're off to a great start. I'd like to remind the audience that after each speaker, please remain silent for 1 minute until the timer gives me the all clear. Also, that this will be the time during which the judges will be marking their ballots, so let's be respectful of that. At this time, judges and audience and contestants, I would like to announce the order so that you can mark this on your ballot. First up will be Dwight Yenser. Second up, John Aberton. So we have two contestants this evening. Please help me welcome up our first contestant, Dwight Yenser. A happy ending. Happy ending, Dwight Yenser.
Thank you, Miss Postmistress. I'm not used to that. Boy, there's such an august bunch of people out here. Everybody's visiting tonight, and I'm happy to see you all here, and hope that you'll be happily entertained and enjoy this evening. That's our intention anyway. I'd like to begin by telling you a little story, and there's a purpose behind this story. An old gunslinger over here, a young gunslinger, an old lady that was a prospector in this village many years ago. She comes in with her mule from a hard day of prospecting, ties it up to the rail at the bar to go in and get a drink. About that time, this young, cocky gunslinger comes out with his gun, looks at her and says, "Would you like to dance?" And she says, "No, I don't think I've ever wanted to." He says, "Well, you're going to dance now." And he goes bang, 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 and shoots her. She puts on a pretty good little dance. He's feeling pretty good about it. So he goes, turns around, starts to walk in, and just as he gets to the door, he hears the famous click of a two-barrel shotgun being pulled back to fire. He turns around and looks to see this double-barrel shotgun right in his nose. The old lady says, "Son, would you like to kiss the back end of a mule?" This is what he said. "No, but I've always wanted to." Now, there's a couple of morals to that story, and that's not what I hear. The moral that I want you to have is you laughed. It has a happy ending, and that's my point tonight. Everybody wants a little bit of happiness in their life, right? Susan, would you like happiness in your life?
Absolutely.
And how about, oh my gosh,
Craig,
newest member, Craig, would you like it?
I have it.
Sure, we all, oh you do? That's even better still. Well, all of us like this, and even old people do, but I've noticed in my older age that I just don't have as much happiness as I did, and I got puzzled. So I did what all old people do. I went out to the web. The web or internet, they have all the answers for everything. And I searched the web to find out where my happiness had gone, and where it had went, and whatever had happened to it. And I found out something really interesting. Good news and bad news. Let's take the bad news first and then go to the good news. Here's the bad news. 50% of happiness, of all people, not all people, but 50% of it, comes from personality traits that are hereditary. That means so 50% of your happiness, you can't do anything about it if you're disposed to that. But here's the good news. 50% of happiness you can completely control. Well, that made me happy right there, and I thought, that's really good. So, how are we going? What are we going to do about this? We're going to find out how to be happy. So these are some things. Actually, what I did, came up with a bucket list. That's what you have to do. Old people always have a bucket list, and I came up with 7 things that I am going to do to make myself happy. I'm going to share them with you tonight, with the idea that maybe you want to put them on your bucket list so you can have a happy ending in your life also. Number 1, make friends. Make lots of friends, real good friends, because it's a proven fact that everybody that has a lot of good, real friends are happy. So that's pretty easy, number 1. Number 2, be thankful. That makes sense too. But let's go a little step further. Let's have gratitude for our thankfulness. In other words, how does this work? You can say thank you, thank you, thank you. But does it have meaning to it? The people that make a list, a gratitude list each week, to be thankful for things that they are 25% happier than all the other people. So that's another good bucket list. Number 3, do what you excel best at. Now what's that mean? Well, here so many people are going out trying to accomplish something that they hate so that they can have the big car, so they can get this, but they hate going at it and doing it. So they're not happy. But everybody has something that you want to do and you enjoy. That's what you should be doing because you're going to be happy while you're doing it. Number 4, pursue your goals. It's the journey that brings happiness. Oh, have a little mental block there. You don't just set goals, you pursue them. If you don't pursue them, it's just a dream. And the only way your dreams are going to come through is to have a dream. So pursue your goals. But the important thing here is that as you accomplish them, a little step at a time, not all at once, it's the journey of the pursuit that makes you happy. Another way to be happy in life. Give. Give. That's a beautiful one. Give yourself. What does that mean? Give of yourself, and I'll tell you why, because you can control that. What you receive, you don't have any control over, but you can control what you give because that comes from within. And it's a proven fact that happiness comes to those people that give rather than receive. And finally, oh no, I got 2 more. Don't look for happiness in stuff. That's one of the biggest mistakes. We want to have the big car, we want to have the big house, we want to have all this stuff so we can be happy. But what happens when we wreck the car, the house burns down, or the wife kicks us out? It's only for a moment. So don't look for happiness in stuff. And finally, live the life that you want to live. What's that? Don't be controlled by what people think about you. Half of the people in the world don't even know you, and the other half don't even care. So don't be worried about them. Worry about yourself. No, don't worry. Just take care of yourself, live the life that you want to be, and I guarantee you, you will be happy. So now this is where you got to wrap it up, and you generally tell a story about what was me and all this stuff, and how I was down and out and in the pits and all this stuff. But because of this wonderful, phenomenal thing that I found out, I am now whatever. I'm not going to do that. Don't have time. And secondly, it's not about me. This is about you. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Go for the goals and dreams, but don't place happiness on whether you accomplish the goals or not. It's the journey. Number 2, go through your bucket list and be careful. Make it easy. Don't make it too tough or too hard. Don't be hard on yourself, and don't be controlled by all these social things you put on yourself. And most of them, important at all, live the life that you want to live. And I promise you will be happy. And in the story of your life, at the end of it, the last page on it, it'll say, and they lived happily ever after. That's a happy story, don't you think?